could stay like this, forever following you.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? I am back. I wanted to show you something that I did today on a video. I don't know if you guys got a chance to go check that out, but it's called Smooth Transitions. And it's going from one clip to another and making it seamless. Like there was like literally like that next scene was supposed to go there. And the way that we did that, and I got this from another YouTuber whose name is Daniel Schiffer. He's also a cinematographer. He does great content, so if you get a chance, go check him out. I personally got it from him, but I've seen a lot of people work on this. What you're supposed to do to go from one transition to the next is you want to make sure your camera movement is going to be the same from the shot that you are going to start with to the shot that you're going to. For instance, if you have your first shot, and that first shot is going to start from left to right, so basically you're going to take your camera and you want to make sure that you have these belts pretty tight to get that smooth camera movement and you're not like everywhere like jiggling, because you'll see that in the actual camera. But what you want to do is you want to take your camera right across the scene that you're trying to film. In this shot, we're going to focus on the camera. Boom, that's the camera right there, and this is a manual focus, so my apologies. Right there, so boom, boom, and then boom. So what that means is the first scene is going to start at the left, finish in the right. Now, the next item that you want to film, you want to make sure that you come into that image the same exact way you left from the first shot. If you're not doing that, if you're going left to right, and then in the next one you're coming down, it's not gonna look seamless. So make sure that whatever you do film, you go from left to right, and that's gonna be the first shot. And let's say I want to film the fan right above us, that fan. So what I'm gonna do is, since I started this one here and I went across like that and I captured the camera and went downward or went towards the left, I want to do the same thing with the fan. So right here we have the fan, boom, right there. So boom, you got the fan and you go away. And now what that's going to allow you to do is your first scene, and I'll put that on the screen for you to see it, but your first scene is going to start from left to right. It's going to stop in the middle to focus on what you want to focus on, go towards the right, and exit the scene. Once it's exiting the scene, you want to make sure you transition into your next scene. You always want to transition the same way that you did the video that comes before and the video that comes after. You always want to keep those two scenes exactly the same. And what that's gonna cause is for you to be able to get those crispy transitions, those smooth transitions, and be able to go from one scene to the next scene. And basically, that's just, right now, all you gotta do is just go out there and trial and error, trial and error. Now, one thing that you do wanna keep in mind is that for this type of scene, since it goes from slow motion to quick, you want to make sure that you're filming at the highest frame rate that you're able to film on your camera. My camera, the Sony a7 Mark III, allows me to film at 120 frames per second. So with that, I'm allowed to shoot at that type of frame rate, so it gives me that smooth boom and then goes away. So I know that the Sony a65, the Sony a6300, those cameras also allow you that. But even if you can only go up to 60 frames per second, work with what you have at that moment. So I want to thank you guys for being a part of this video. Let's go ahead and jump right into video editing process, all right?